Chapter 2. When I walk into economics, I tell my teacher that therapy ran late, taking out one of the fake passes that me, James, and Miller made weeks ago. Since the program started monitoring our school, I found that my boyfriend is not only a talented liar, but also a master of forgery, a handy skill to have as of late. Mr. Rocco only glances at the pass before motioning me towards the back. It's the 5th time I've been late this month, but luckily no one ever questions me. I've learned how to appear well, and in their eyes, talking to a professional is a sign that I'm trying to stay healthy. "Hey, gorgeous," Miller says when I sit down. "You and James have a good therapy session?" He's sitting in the desk next to mine, staring into his lap as the teacher turns to write on the dry erase board. Miller and I have been friends since the beginning of last year, sharing most of our classes together. He's tall and wide, and I imagine if our school had a football team, he'd be their star athlete. "Yep," I respond. "Think we really had a breakthrough this time." "I bet." He smiles, but doesn't look over. Instead, he continues to doodle in a notepad that he's got stashed under the desk. My heart thuds in my chest at what I have to say next. "Lacey's back," I say quietly. Miller scratches his pen harder into the paper. "Where'd you hear that?" I try not to react as the color drains from his face. "Kendra Phillips told me before they came in." I lower my voice. "Took her." Miller finally looks sideways at me, obviously hearing about Kendra for the first time. His brown eyes narrow, maybe deciding if he truly believes that Lacey could be home. But then he just nods and goes back to his notebook, never saying a word. His silence nearly breaks me, and I spread my fingers out on the cool desktop, trying to keep my emotions in check. I stare down at my fingers, at the plastic heart-shaped ring there. James had given it to me the first time he kissed me, a few months before my brother died. Lacey and Miller always joked that this ring was the closest I'd ever come to getting a real diamond from him. Then James would laugh, saying how he knew what I really wanted, and it didn't sparkle. It was a different time then, a time when we thought we would all make it. I close my eyes to keep from crying. I think... Miller pauses, like he's not sure he wants to say it. When I turn to him, he bites on his lip. "I think I'm going to go to Sumter to see her." "Miller," I start, but he waves me away. "I have to know if she remembers me, Sloane. I won't be able to think of anything else until I know." I watch him for a long moment, see the pain behind his eyes. There's nothing I can say that will change his mind. Not when he loves her so much. "Be careful," is all I can utter. "I will." My fear is strong enough to choke me. I worry that Miller will get caught at the alternative school and be flagged in the process. We're expected to keep our distance from the returners unless the time is monitored at the wellness center, at least for a while. If we're caught interfering with their recovery, we can get flagged or even arrested, and none of us wants to be sent away to become comfortably numb. Miller is quiet through the rest of class, but when the bell rings, he gives me a nod. It might be dangerous for him to approach Lacey at this point, but if she was herself, she'd want him to try. "See you at lunch," he says, touching my shoulder before walking towards the door. "See you then," I respond, and quickly pull out my phone. I text James. "Miller's got a stupid plan." I wait, still in my seat as the classroom filters out around me. When a message pops up on the screen, I feel my chest tighten. "So do I." "Please don't," I type. I'm terrified that my boyfriend and my best friend will get flagged, and I'll be left all alone in this barren place, this barren world. But all I get back is, "I love you, Sloane."